So I'm just going to do it from this. So I don't know if you guys actually look at company profile pages or showcase pages, but they're great places to find out little tidbits on clients and prospects. So first of all, pick somebody. So naturally, I picked the largest somebody out there, DOD, rife with information. So first, read the damn overview. It only takes a minute or two, but read it. And at the bottom of the DoD one is their social media sort of rules of engagement. So I didn't go there, but it's there if you want to. If you go to the post page, this I find usually most interesting. If you want to get on the radar of a particular client, posting their stuff is one of the best ways to do it, and tagging units and people. So like the one on the right, the Naval Undersea Center Division Keyport, they have a company page. Somebody's going to be monitoring it, so tagging them. If they have key people there, tag them. So the idea, like in this one, Gillian Morris, she's an information system security engineer at the Keyport facility, and they're just highlighting the fact that women are migrating up in the infosec, cybersec arena, and it's nice. She's not going to be a major player for a while, but she's a player in that little unit. So would be a good connection, would be a good tag. But there's always information they are posting about themselves. There was a great one about the last hurricane that went through, and the Army Corps doing a blue roof through the affected areas. The blue roof is the Army Corps going through and covering the destroyed roofs with tarps, and it had a nice graphic. But if you do business with a Corps, that would be a good thing to do. But if you were doing business with a Corps, you'd be at the Army Corps company page, not DoD. But stuff like that is worth sharing to show that DoD is involved in maybe more than people think, and it keeps you on their radar.
Hey, Mark, a couple of
Yeah.
questions on that.
Sure.
Do you have any general rules on adding someone if you don't already know them? One, and two, can you actually at somebody if they don't follow you?
I seem to be able to at second degrees, not third degrees.
Okay.
But yeah, good point. Tagging people often, especially for people who don't have a paid membership, can be restricted to first degrees.
Okay. Got it. I think I'm pretty sure I am. That was one of the reasons I asked. And then is if you don't know the person and you at them, I would think you better make sure that it's something of interest to them, correct?
Well, if they're being highlighted on a post anyway, all you're really doing is sharing the post.
Okay, I thought you meant like actually putting in their, at sign so they get an email notification.
Oh, I would definitely do that. If I could tag Gillian Morris and I was going to post this thing, I would tag her, because I have cybersec clients, and I know that some of them might be interested in connecting. So if I could get on her radar, I would certainly do so. If I were a cybersecurity company, I would definitely want to add as many people as I could at any uniformed service division that deals with cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks.
Okay. There's also a ton of stats on these on the company pages. So number of LinkedIn members, what they do, and there's a more button underneath this, so it takes a pretty deep dive. And it just goes on and on. They also kind of recommend people. So they start off with your second degrees, and for Ms. Smith and I, we share over 100 connections. So she obviously connects with industry. Uh, I don't know why I'd need to be connected to a project analyst, but depending on where she worked and what the work involved, you never know. So I take a more of a cursory look at the recommended people. My slides, I assume, are advancing. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So one of the other stats that I like is, 254 people work in Colombia, and I have 17 connections in DO, only 17 connections in DOD. I have to work on that.
Wow, yeah.
But I can assume that the vast majority of employees in Colombia are people who work either for NSA or DISA, and they are hiding with that generic DoD designation rather than NSA. I'm extrapolating, but I think it's pretty accurate. So there's also general information here where people are deployed, what job functions do they have. And the recent hires, I think, is very cool. So on the DoD site right now, there are about a dozen, and these are senior people, not just anybody. And that's that bottom line there. Um, these are important, and this is why I wanted to do this one in particular. As we migrate into the new administration, there's going to be a lot of activity in that senior hire area on all of the company pages for federal agencies. And I guess my only issue will be, because of where some of them are coming from, are they even going to be on LinkedIn? But the ones who are will show up as they are appointed. Um, so it'll be a relatively easy way to track specific agencies. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. So, I mean, basically, just take a few minutes to parse company pages, and it can give you fodder for posts, identify key players, give you, if you need statistics to justify budgets for your meetings, you got them here. And basically, if you're in an ABM mode, you're generally increasing your knowledge base for a particular client organization. So that's it. That's all I have to say.